Alright guys, this past Friday I travelled down to London to attend a WWE 2K14 event to not only try out a new build of this year's game, but also for the official reveal of a new mode within 30 years of WrestleMania called The Streak. In this mode you have two options. Firstly, you can choose to take on The Undertaker in a one-on-one match at WrestleMania using any in-game or created superstar and try and defeat The Streak. Or you can compete as The Undertaker in a slobber knocker match and try to defend The Streak for as long as possible. Starting with Defeat the Streak, you can choose any one that you'd like to play as with the exception of Divas, with the game recognising if a superstar has already competed in a match against The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and if they have, then the game will automatically load up the WrestleMania arena for that match and even feature unique commentary if you do manage to win, with the commentators noting the past real world matches between your superstar and The Undertaker. If your chosen superstar hasn't competed in a match against Undertaker at WrestleMania, then the game will randomly assign a WrestleMania arena for the match to take place in, with all the past WrestleMania arenas included in the game, and a custom WrestleMania 30 arena included. Regardless of the arena assigned to the match, you can also edit these before the match starts, so you're not limited to using the randomly assigned arenas. Once the match loads and you begin playing, you'll soon realise that this isn't just a typical match, with Brian Williams summing it up best by calling it a boss fight, as it's so hard it's exactly what you would expect in a final boss fight in any game, and it perfectly sums up what you see on TV during Undertaker's WrestleMania matches, as he simply won't give up. To try and put it into perspective, imagine playing the game on legendary difficulty with the AI sliders set to the max and the human sliders set to the least. Then times that by 10 and you'll start to get a picture of just how hard this mode actually is. Once you've got that picture, it gets even harder because this is Taker at WrestleMania, so he's got a few tricks up his sleeves to catch you out. Firstly, he has his own OMG moment this year, which sees him perform a suicide dive over the top rope, which is activated by executing a finish out whilst your opponent is in the ropes, resulting in a clothesline to the outside and then Taker's infamous suicide dive. On top of that, even when you think you're in control of the match and you have Undertaker on the mat, he has the power to grab you by the throat and then hit a new chokeslam animation on you, or sucker you in by playing possum and then locking you into the Hell's Gate submission hold from a ground position. If that doesn't sound hard enough, he also has other tricks to utilise, with the ability to turn out the lights and magically appear behind you just as you think you're in a winning position. All in all, it makes for one of the most challenging modes in any game, and it's a fitting recreation of just how hard it is for any superstar to defeat the streak, so much so that if you do manage to pull it off, you'll be bragging about it like you literally just defeated the actual Undertaker. Even if you don't manage to pull out a win, once you've completed the match, you'll be awarded with a score for your efforts based on the length of the match, how competitive it was, whether or not you used resiliency, and various other factors, with your score then being added to the weekly leaderboards so you can see how you fare against other gamers. Alternately, if you want a different challenge, then you can switch roles and play as The Undertaker in the Defend the Streak option, which sees you take on the entire roster in a slobber knocker match, so you'll start out facing one opponent, and then as soon as you defeat them, you'll be greeted with another random opponent making his way down to ringside to try and end the streak. With every opponent you defeat, you'll see the game keeping track of your wins in the bottom left of the screen, which, like the Defeat the Streak mode, this will count towards your overall score after completing the match, which can then be added to the online leaderboards. Aside from these two game types, also included in the Streak mode is the ability to view statistics on all of The Undertaker's past WrestleMania matches and an unlockable gallery of photos from Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. To sum it up, I absolutely love it. I think it's a fantastic way to celebrate The Undertaker's streak, and the fact that it is so challenging means that it's something that you'll constantly want to replay to try and better your own or your friend's score. So this is the Streak mode. Let me know what you think about it below and who you plan on using to try and defeat the streak. I tried using CM Punk, but just like at WrestleMania 29, he was no match for the dead man and the streak lived on. So let me know your thoughts below and I'll catch you later for more on WWE 2K14.